I'm thinking something like... Ready?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
I am so good. I am so good. Two great things are going on right now. One, we're doing the podcast at Garden Groove, which is such a vibe. Every time getting here is like stressful.
Yes.
You know, there's just, my life is busy and I'm like, getting across town. And then every time I pull into this driveway, I'm like, I just feel like I got to another home.
Oh.
Yeah. I love Garden Groove. I love being here. I love doing this podcast. I love seeing you when I walk in. Taylor, such a precious little angel over there. Look at him. You can't see him, but he's crying.
He's a cutie.
It's just a great place. Like, if you need a spot for a podcast, they record
any kind of recording,
like
music
for musicians.
Yes.
And a bunch of other things. Like, look at their website, Garden Groove. Such a great place, such a vibe. And then the second reason that I'm geeking out.
Tell me.
Our guest today.
Oh, so good. Probably one of my favorites.
Me too.
Yes. It went by super fast.
Oh my God. I learned so much. Like, going back and forth between you two, I was like, my brain was just like.
I know. I saw you. You were like,
Derrek Phillips. He is a drummer, musician, brilliant, beautiful person. I'm just so grateful that I know him. And then I got to know him more today. Just so open.
Oh, his spirit and his soul just lighted up when he came in.
I feel like I want to cry because I'm just so, he's very open and smart and like has been through a lot. And
lots of wisdom. This is a good episode. You'll want to listen to it.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. I love it. From a parent's perspective, from a man's perspective, you just get a lot of wisdom.
That's exactly it.
Of authenticity is the word that stands out about this episode.
Yeah.
So listen, you'll like it.
Yeah. I'm just so happy. Yes. Thank you for listening. And once you do listen and you love it, because I know you're going to, leave a 5-star review. Tell us your favorite. Oh, sorry, my hand's stuck.
Sorry. Your claws got in me.
I put my arm in Melanie's arm and then, anyway. I started to freak out. Leave a 5-star review. Tell us your favorite part, because I want to have more conversations about what we talked about.
Yes, I do.
There's so much there. And then if you're not a part of the paywall, please join. It's $5 a month and you get extra juicy conversations like this with us. But thank you for being here today and let us know what you think. I'm so excited.
Bye.
And I was like, damn, how do I get them to talk to a therapist? I tricked them by starting a podcast.
There you go. That's the secret. Okay, now I know.
And then I Googled trauma therapy in Nashville, and her business is called that.
Right, literally.
So I just called her.
There you go.
I was like, be on this podcast. She's like, okay.
That's incredible. I love it so much.
Derrek, I am so glad that you are here.
I am so glad I'm here. And I'm so glad y'all are here.
You are such a vibe.
You are.
Right?
I mean, I've only met you once, but you stuck in my brain.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
when they said you were coming, I was like, yes.
I good home training.
Oh. What do you mean by that?
Well, my parents were awesome. I mean, obviously we'll get into there is a lot. I didn't have any childhood trauma like everybody else, but they were extremely supportive, extremely loving. They came to all my concerts and football games, soccer games, and celebrated everything about me and wanted the best for me. So
that's how you are with your kids.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and they make it so easy. My kids are so dope. My kids are so dope. They're so dope. I mean, I was
so talented, all of them.
Ridiculously talented.
Truly.
In very different fields. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's when I remember when they were kids, I would say, I want you guys to be better than me. And then I remember at one point, my oldest daughter would say, well, what do you mean by that? So I want you just to go into life with the best intentions and to explore your passions and live out your dreams. And they're literally they're killing it. All of them. All of them are killing it. It's so dope.
Oh,
that's got to be a good feeling for you.
Can you tell the listeners a little bit, and us, because I feel like you said, we haven't been able to hang out. We've just like been in passing and been like, I love you, I support you, bye.
Exactly, literally.
Tell us about your art and like how you're an artist, like what you do and have been doing for years, I think, right?
A long. I'm way older than I look, so a long time. Yeah. Again, I'm Derrek Phillips. I'm a drummer living in Nashville, and yeah, I grew up in a family where I heard music incessantly throughout the house, so it's in my blood. My parents, actually, before they got together, they were aspiring professional musicians, and I have two older brothers, but the music didn't really take with them. At least playing it, they love listening. And so they saw me as a 3-year-old kid, like beating on pots and pans and the couch and the walls. And they're like, we should get them drum lessons. So at 6 years old, I started drum lessons, and I've just been playing drums and ever since. And I went to school I studied jazz at a school in New Jersey. I started my career in New York playing predominantly jazz. And
wow.
And then when things started dropping the East Coast, I moved down here about 19 years ago. And I'm still doing it. So now I've normally been touring most of my life, playing with a bunch of different artists, but now the past few years I've been doing mostly studio session work. So I've been home more, getting to play on recordings and meet some amazing artists. So I'm just loving it.
Awesome.
Loving it. Yeah.
Where are you like emotionally right now? Because you've been doing it since you were 6. What's it look like now? What are your goals and aspirations? How do you feel like emotionally as an artist right now?
I'm at the point where because as you know, I would say yes to every gig just because I want to work. So I would do $25 gigs, $50 gigs just because I want to play. Yeah. And now I'm enjoying being in the rooms of people that I admire. I love creating. I think that's a beautiful thing. Like I love touring. I love traveling, but as I get older, it's a little exhausting. And I missed out on some life at home. And so now being in the studio, I get to be home more. I feel more grounded. And I get to create. I feel like because, being a touring musician is awesome because you play the music of, I feel like I'm name dropping, but I'm gonna.
Please do.
I toured with Hank Williams Jr., Brett Eldridge, and worked with some phenomenal musicians. But I've also been in the room creating songs with like Mumford and Sons and Zayn from One Direction and Little Big Town. And so like that, just being like in a room like this where it's like, okay, what's the song? And then here it goes. And then you sing a few parts and then hearing the producer go, well, maybe we should cut that, make that a little shorter, get to the chorus, and like being literally in the room, and I'm thinking, okay, what drum part am I going to play? Because right now it's just acoustic guitar and vocals, and then hearing the song, and then going to my room and then creating parts and thinking about, which snare drum am I going to use, or how loud should I hit the drums, and that part gets me so hyped because I want to be part of that songwriting, that the impetus of what the music comes from. It's just a amazing feeling.
Magical. The way you're describing it.
Yeah, and it's funny because, as you know, my son Xavier is a comedian. There's so many parallels with comedy and songwriting, as I'm sure you know. Like, writing a joke, like, you just can't be funny. Like, you don't just go there to be funny. You're brilliant. Like, and you're thoughtful. You can tell. And you're so quick, man. Sorry, Xavier, but Amber Autry is my favorite comedian. So, but it's like, I'm sorry, I said it. It's documented. I said it. It's real. I still love you. But it's like we would geek out on the science of creating a joke, and he would talk about cadence and rhythm and inflection and wordplay, and that's songwriting. I love the parallels of what I think that I already love comedy, and I think that I love it more because I see the parallels of what we all do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a lot of flow work.
Yeah.
A lot of flow work. A lot of flow. That's what's great. Like I'm sure people say it, but your crowd work is crazy and it's improvised. Like the way like I study jazz, so like watching you be like a true jazz musician because you'll say somebody gives you back, and then you just react instantly. But you're reacting you're calling back from experiences and vocabulary, but you just have it instantly, and it's hilarious. And it's like,
that's so cool. How like
I think it's the most skill-based type of comedy to be able to do.
Yeah.
Because you can sit and practice and plan out a set in your jokes, but that you can't plan for. Like, that just shows skill, I think.
Yes, that's next level ability.
Thank you. Okay, more compliments.
Sorry, I'm a cheerleader, so I like to hype people up.
I love that. So it sounds like everything is flowing, going good. You're like at home more, which is great. What are like some challenges that you had to go through as you came up as an artist, or just recently? I'm sure like having a family to tend to makes it hard to like.
Where's the struggle?
Yeah.
Oh, it's there.
we want to get into the struggle.
Right. Well, the interesting thing is like, I got married so young and a father straight out the gate. So I was 21 when I got married and became a father within months of that. And at that time, I didn't have any gigs. I didn't know. Marcus Mumford didn't know I am, let alone Hank Jr. So it was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll be waiting tables or driving a forklift and playing these $50 gigs. And at the time, I grew up in San Francisco. And so I was living in the Bay Area. And so I'd be commuting from, past Oakland to San Francisco, driving an hour each way to do these gigs. And just, there's a lot of struggle. And then
still wanting to be like having dreams of being full-time.
Absolutely. That was always on the map. And gratefully I had a partner that's so supportive. Xavier's mom is super supportive. So she's constantly having me go out there and be doing whatever it takes so I can fulfill and live out this dream. So but it was not easy, especially because the kids kept coming. Like we had our first biological daughter, and then 16 months later, Xavier comes along. So I was like, oh, now we got 2. And then we're like, okay, cool. We have 2 kids and no jobs. Let's move to the East Coast where it's easy. So we moved to Jersey with 2 babies, and I'm trying to make a music career. It was wild. It was wild. But thankfully, we were young and ignorant enough to not know any better. So like we're willing to go, we'll do what it takes. We'll run on 3 hours sleep. Whatever. And, so and having to rely on a lot of community. So so our kids got passed around to tons of people. We had church friends, music friends, teaching friends. It's like, take my baby for 5 hours. I'll be right back.
Right. No, for sure.
Yeah. So there was a lot of that. I mean, real talk, there were some times where there was a time where I was substitute teaching during the day and then playing gigs at night.
Wow.
And then get home at like 2 or 3 in the morning. And then Mariah, my partner, would wake up at the same time, go to her work, because at the time she was a Starbucks manager. So she's like, okay, you got the kids, and I'd have to get kids ready for school, drop them over their school, go to my school, and teach Spanish or 3rd grade.
When did you sleep?
I didn't. Melanie, that's the problem. I didn't. Did not. I slept. Well, no, I did sleep. I slept during free periods. So I would take the kids to art class. I'd be okay, I see you in 45 minutes. And I would go sleep on the desk while I was substitute teaching. And then set my alarm and wake up and pick them up, bring them back to class, and, teach them social studies. So,
When do you feel like
You're
that?
a hustler.
I had to be. I had to be. Yeah. And thankfully I understood that early on that I had. And my dad kind of let me know.
Yeah.
I mean, again, my parents are super encouraging, but also let me know this is work.
Yeah.
And so, I just had it in me to work, just to stay active, to stay in it, and because I loved it. That was the thing, because like it didn't feel like work, even though I kind of knew like, dang, this is hard. But also, whenever I sat the drums and I played, or I just heard other people playing or interacting on the stage, there's no other feeling like that for me. So that's what kept me going. Yeah. Yeah.
When do you feel? Oh, go ahead.
No.
Oh, when do you feel like that? Like, you had like your break. You're like hustling, struggling.
I mean, there's some small breaks in New Jersey. I mean, again, in Jersey, I was almost exclusively playing jazz. So, and every kind of jazz, like smooth jazz to like avant-garde, weird, freaky jazz to straight ahead swing jazz to hip hop jazz. And so I think there was one month in particular that was really cool where I felt like, oh, okay, I made it. It was in November. It was actually right after September 11th. So it was 2001. And that month was my busiest month. I had played, there's a place called the Village Vanguard, it's like a renowned jazz club there. That was like, my dad dreamt of playing that place. So I played that place.
What?
I went to Japan and did a tour.
Wow.
And it was like the most money I'd have made in my career and the most business I made. But the problem talk about struggle, it was a great month. But then when I came back, my mom passed away that same month.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, that was hard. It was really hard. So, but I'm glad they got to experience some of that. They actually came out to the East Coast because they're still living in San Francisco. They came to Jersey and came to a couple of shows. And so I was grateful that they got to experience that again, because not only were they aspiring musicians, but like I was their baby and they got to see me live out my dream. It was super cool. So I'm glad I got to give that to my mom before she passed. But that was the first time I made it. But there's been a few times I felt like I've made it, especially since moving to Nashville. Because like
I feel like being a studio musician, I hear from just people I know in the industry, that's kind of like the goal where people want to get, because it's you get to stay home more. I mean, I know some people want to tour, but that's hard on a lot of things. But totally. Being in studio where there's creativity and so does that feel like another level when you started doing that?
Totally, because doing studio work feels more like a 9 to 5. And it's like, I mean, as you know, our hours are crazy. So having a job that feels more stable and more consistent is amazing.
Yeah.
And
Are you able to stop working?
Or do you want to stop working?
I wouldn't say I stopped working, but I can say no to more things. I guess I can say that. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm grateful for that.
That
Because
feels
I'll tell you what,
successful to me when you
it's
can say no.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And plus, doing studio work pays really good.
Yeah.
Oh, boom.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Is that why you feel like you can say no more?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Also, and then I think to go back to what you were talking about before, emotionally, it's gigs like playing shows. I do love it, but it's not as gratifying as being because I also have a studio in my house, so I get to create from home. I get to create, with in like I get to work at studios like RCA and Blackbird and Sound Inform, and so that's really, really, really gratifying. So yeah.
Did touring? I'm curious the effect it had on your relationship with your wife.
Oh, here we go. Great question, man. That's why you're here. It sucks, and it was tough. And again, because we were so young, I wasn't a fully grown human being, and here I am taking care of little human beings and try to navigate being
trying to grow up too.
Yeah, trying to grow up too,
Yeah.
and then also be everything I'm supposed to be to my wife and.
Pressure.
And it was a lot. It was a lot, and it was easy to fall into kind of the rock star thing. And now I've done a lot of work that I know where that comes from.
Your ego was getting fed.
My ego was getting fed 100%. Yeah, because like people are cheering for you. You're signing autographs. I was like,
feels good.
It feels great.
Yeah.
It feels amazing. But when you get so sucked into that, and when you come home, and the first thing you're met with is here a list of chores and things you got to do. I come right home to like changing diapers and doing a bunch of dishes.
It's like a stark.
It's a stark contrast. So I think I wasn't mature enough to really understand that, this is just another role I have. I'm not going to be rock star everywhere. I mean, I could be a rock star at home, but by doing the dishes and changing diapers and vacuuming.
Showing up.
Yeah, showing up and just being emotionally present and being supportive and being gracious and thanking my wife when I come home and for holding it down while I'm away, so stuff like that. And so I didn't handle that too well, and I think I ran into a place where I was misusing or mistreating that level of validation, and I got excited by it and kind of addicted to it.
Yeah.
And so that led to a few horrible things. I should say horrible. Unfortunate things, because now I get to use them as tools, but like some things, I think Xavier might have even alluded to some of that stuff, but like, my wife and I were married 24 years, and I struggled with being faithful, and we worked on that for 9 years off and on with separations and a lot of therapy, and then got to the point where she said, "I'm done," and that was the point where, because before I was treating symptoms.
Yeah,
I was like, just don't look at women like that. Like I could do that. That's easy. Yeah. Don't literally, Amber. No lie. I'll be like, let me just look at the lights the whole time. I'll be cool. I'm like, you idiot, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, what?
Yeah.
So So then when that happened, I was like, I can no longer treat symptoms. I need to do deeper work. There's something under the surface that I'm not getting to. And, and I'm sure subconsciously I thought I was afraid to, because I knew it would be uncomfortable. I knew it would be brutal.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lord, this work. But I knew I needed it, because it was like realizing that moment. I was like, I think I'm going to start to become the person I've always wanted to be, because I can actually address these things and work on, and it was beautiful, because I got to really go back and look at those mistakes and those ways of those coping mechanisms, and go, this is what I was trying to do. I just chose the wrong option.
Can you put some words to what was the underneath that you got to?
Yeah.
What were the symptoms covering up?
Again, I had amazing family and amazing parents, but there was some things that I didn't get from my dad, like particularly my dad. My dad was super old. Like he was 36 years old when I was born. So he grew up in a very different time. I mean, this dude grew up through the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
I mean, he grew up in rural Arkansas, dirt poor. My grandfather was a sharecropper, which is like one step removed from slavery. So and I had sixth grade education, 8th grade education is what his parents had. And so he was sharing clothes with his sisters and brother.
Yeah.
that was the kind of lifestyle. Yeah. So him growing up being a black man in the United States during those tumultuous times,
Yeah.
a lot of people had to, in order to survive, they just had to put their head down, grind, and keep it moving. So they weren't talking about feelings or emotion, healing, trauma. There was no talk of that. And that was, and
They were looking at the lights, right?
right, they were looking at the lights. They're looking at the lights. Like, this is how I get my job. Like, you look at the lights for real. And so it's so funny because even when I was younger, I didn't know what to call it, but I recognized I had some emotional intelligence. Like I would emote more. I would get more emotional. And growing up in a house full of dudes, I had two older brothers and my dad, and then my mom, I was like, is there something wrong with me? Am I broken? Because I don't function like them.
Yeah.
Like they would just tuck it and go. And my mom was a person I would go to as a source of comfort to vent to discuss. And so I got that validation initially from her. Like, I see you're not broken. You're not less than a man. You are fully who you are. You are enough. So that was the first message I got. But the problem was with improper, I wasn't, again, not being fully formed. I would misuse that. And I was like, oh, I'm getting validation from mom. I can get that from girls. And so, and like, again, well-meaning, I would like be friends with a lot of girls when I was in school, but then I try to manipulate it. Oh, well, if I'm cool, like I could be the cool, sensitive guy that they like. And maybe they would like me and they'll go out with me. And so, and then that just, and then without proper, like getting a handle on that, it just evolved into something that destroyed my marriage. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so interesting because being emotional and sensitive, that is a superpower.
Absolutely. 100%.
But then that could quickly.
That part. That was the thing. I didn't know how I wasn't old enough or mature enough to get a grip on it. So I didn't really know how to use that for good enough. Per se, so yeah.
Yeah. Where are things with you and your wife now?
They're awesome because we are. It's funny. I was like, you care if I share this stuff?
Yeah.
So she's like, cool. She's like, cool. You just know. I said, I'm going to share my story. She's like, well, your story is our story, right? Yeah, but there is a happy ending. I mean, it's not really ending, but yeah. The beautiful thing is that understanding that I needed to do some deeper work. And like, I went to on-site workshop. I read tons of books. I've done. I love Dr. Caroline Leaf. I've done a bunch of neurocycles and a lot of neuroplasticity.
Whoa, what's all that? I know that you're like, but
sorry. But yeah, I'll try to keep it brief. But Dr. Caroline Leaf is a brilliant neuroscientist, originally from South Africa. And she created this app where you do these neurocycles. It's basically assisted guided journaling that you do. And you take one topic, and every day you wake up and you open up app, and then she'll do some kind of teaching, like about neurology or emotional health, and then she'll do some kind of prep, like maybe it's meditating, a breathing exercise, and then she takes you step by step by dealing with this specific topic. So like my first topic I picked was inappropriate relationships. So every day I wake up, okay, how am I doing? How am I checking it? How am I feel about? I would gather the thoughts about emotional relationship, then I would reflect on it, then I would write it down. Yeah, then I would edit anything. Is there anything else coming up? Is there anything else I need to add to this or take away? And then I come away with kind of a mantra, like a model for the day, and that will remind me every 2 hours I get an update on my phone and say something like, "You're enough," or you don't. This is only temporary, or stuff like that. Just something that just encouraged me through the day. And so you do it for 63 days straight.
Wow.
I've done 8 of them.
Whoa.
They're crazy.
That's really cool.
And they're amazing. Yeah, I did one with relation with my father, relation with my brothers, even with
Will you say the name of this app?
It is called Neurocycle.
Neurocycle.
By Dr. Caroline Leaf.
Okay.
Incredible.
What were you just going to say? That even with what?
Oh, even with I don't know what else. I got so excited.
You did one with your dad.
Yeah, I did one with dad. Yeah, and thank you. So now that I'm kind of spoiling the ending, but there is a happy ending. So I did one with coming back together because we spent a year apart after we separated and divorced. We spent a year apart.
So y'all did get divorced.
We got divorced.
Okay.
Like
divorced.
Like text purposes. I'm single now, literally, but we're together. And we spent a year apart, and then we started dating again, and we moved back in together, bought a house in Nashville together, and so. Yeah.
How'd you come? Okay, wait. I've only questions.
There's somebody. Come on.
So wait, when you got divorced and it was like, now you're free to do what did you feel differently?
Yeah, I didn't feel free because I knew I had work to do. Like I didn't feel. I was like, Yeah, I could have been out there wild, and because legally I could do whatever I want, but I didn't feel it because I was obsessed with dealing with this.
Wow.
I just knew my operating system was busted. I had all kinds of I was not functioning properly. So I was like, let me fix this.
Good for you.
And that was, and honestly, I wasn't trying to win her back. I was trying to win me back because that was the problem. Like I didn't.
Come on.
I was trying to get to me. I mean, I had to because I knew that's how it was survival. I had to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the first thing that has to happen before anything else comes good in your life. I think is to get to that place with yourself.
Absolutely.
And understanding, making changes you want to change, and being who your authentic self.
100%. Yeah, because I'm sharing this. We're sharing that's with the world. So if I want to give you the best version of me. So I got to have good maintenance of this, right? If I'm going to give that to you, or else I'm denying you. I'm mistreating you. I'm not doing what I am as a human being. I'm not loving you the way I should, and I won't be able to receive anything from y'all because, and that was part of the problem. I was so covered up in shame and grief that I couldn't receive any goodness. I was literally keeping myself from growing because I was too ashamed to go to people or share, to be honest. And that's why I'm doing it now, because like this is what healing is for me. So like I tell people all the time, vulnerability is my superpower. So I had to do that because I was denying myself and the world of what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's what hit me.
Okay, I got a few questions
please,
that come
Me
up.
too. I'm next.
Yes. Come on. Love it.
Well, you said the word shame or ashamed several times.
Mm-hmm.
Share what you've learned about shame.
I
What
learned
it's taught you.
Yes, what I've learned. Yeah, I have an awesome therapist. Shout out Thaddeus.
Ooh, great name.
I love it. Still. He's amazing. I've learned that shame is, I can use it as a resource. That is just, and I feel like for me, emotions in general they're just a call to action, right? They're just they're just kind of an alert.
Yep.
And so when that shame comes up, I'm like, oh, that means something needs to be addressed. I was literally talking to one of my kids about this.
Yeah.
That when shame comes in, it's not like I would do two things. I would either ignore it,
Yep.
or I would bask in it.
Yep.
And so
Both keep you stuck.
Both keep you stuck.
Yes.
Yes. So now I can learn to go, oh, now what's coming up, and I can do deeper work with it. What is this really trying to tell me?
Yeah.
And now I have control over it rather than having control over me.
Yeah.
So that's what I've learned with shame.
Yeah. Shame's one of the hardest things to work with.
Yes.
Yes. And so it's
Powerful.
good to, when you can understand it as that, I say it's a course corrector.
Of course, girl. Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
And when you can interact with it as emotions as information of like, what do we need? And what do we need to shift or change? It's huge, but it's so hard. And emotion, like with shame, is just so hard to deal with. So it's good to hear.
Yeah.
To hear you say like what you said about shame.
Thank you.
It's really cool.
It can be. It's brutal. I let it be, and then that's the thing. You get comfortable, and I was like, almost using shame as like to flog myself. Like I would beat myself down with it. So it's like a perpetual downward spiral because I was like, I got comfortable. So it's like, oh, this is what I deserve. I suck. I'm meaningless. I'm a failure. And then that's.
And
does
it
want to
almost
live. Yeah.
become a tool of like, I'm going to shame myself enough into something.
Yes.
We don't realize
Yes.
we're using it that way,
Right.
but it's like,
Yep.
I'm going to convince myself I'm shitty enough I can be forgiven.
Right.
You know?
Right. That was literally me, for real. Melanie, for real. And it's funny because like I grew up, I played sports. I love sports. And I played football. But it's like most of the football coaches, like that's what they do. They yell at you like, come on, Phillips, work on it. And they cuss you out and stuff. And I thought that's how you grow.
Yeah.
You just beat yourself down, cuss yourself out, and then you become a better person, right?
Yeah.
I was like, no.
But other people aren't seeing that. They're not like, oh, look how sad and. I think I'll forgive them. They are just beating the shit out of themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
But it got cozy. I thought that's how I thought I would get better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you get? Did you have another question?
No, go ahead.
Okay. How did you get back to Mariah?
Well, one thing. First of all, she's amazing. So the beautiful thing is that when we did split up, it was very amicable. I mean, it was still hard and draining, but we stayed close because we were co-parenting. Like we agreed to be co-parents. So I still showed up for the kids. A lot of kids stayed at their house, or her house rather. When we separated, she stayed in one house, and I went back to the first house we bought. And so I would come over almost every day to see the kids, and sometimes I end up cooking dinner for the whole family. And so socially, nothing's really changed. Like we met in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known her for over 30 years, so we know each other so well. We were already kind of best friends anyway.
Yeah.
So the friendship, so to speak, never really died, even though the marriage died.
Yeah.
Well, you could have gotten really comfortable right there in that situation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what kept it going to pursue your relationship again?
Well, the fascinating thing for me is like as I was doing all this work, I became, becoming more attracted to her, not the correct way. I was more aware of my attraction to her.
Oh.
It just because she was so intertwined with a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like she didn't cause the trauma, but she was there for so much of it that I couldn't get. She would always come up. So while I was doing the work and reframing and rewiring, she would be part of those aspects. So I think that kept that attraction alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That is amazing. I want to know about so you talked about you and your mom was your person to go to emotionally.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to you said you talk to your kids about the things you're learning. What does it feel like to be a parent that can be that emotional?
Yeah.
It is so dope because again, I was 11 or 12 years old. I remember, again, my dad was dope. An incredible human being. But again, he could only give me what he had, right?
Yeah.
His dad wasn't sitting there like, hey, let's talk about your feelings, son.
Right.
No, he was trying to grind and
Survive.
survive discrimination and racism, like in a real way. Like they do, people were getting fire hosed at the time when he was growing up. So, excuse me. So, so I think that even as an 11 or 12-year-old, I was like, I want something different for my kids. I want to have that. I always craved that. Like I love everything about my dad, but I crave that. I wanted to know his heart. Even though there was moments where I tried to get in, he still had his guard up. And again, it wasn't personal. That's how he worked.
Yeah.
That's how he functioned. So I was like, I want my kids to know my heart. And so I made it a concerted effort to really stay engaged and really be available in every aspect of my kids, especially particularly emotionally. So.
And you can see that in y'all's family, the way you travel as a pack. And there's a lot. I just see y'all will be outside of a venue and people will look like, oh, I want to be a part of that. Y'all just have a light about you, truly.
I appreciate that. That's the biggest compliment, Amber. I appreciate that. I know I call my kids the Avengers. When they get together, they're like superheroes. It's crazy.
Aww.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because they have superhero parents.
Well,
truly.
So y'all live together now?
Yes, we're back together.
But not married?
We are not married. We are partners.
Talk about that a little bit, the choice to do that.
I think we both knew that we wanted to be together, but we didn't feel the need to, I guess, make a declaration per se. I mean, in all intents and purposes, we function like a married couple. And a lot of people don't even know we're divorced. So, quite honestly. So
they do now.
Yeah, they do now. Yep, now the world knows. Yep, sorry, y'all. So it's great. It's beautiful. And I think I'll speak from my vantage point. I'm not so concerned with the title or that. And I remember telling her when we decided to get back together that I prefer not to have a continuation of our marriage, but have a new relationship. This is a new relationship.
But I say a lot of times I've seen couples get divorced and they have to have that ending to let that relationship
It had to die. It had to die.
So that you can grow something different.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, our marriage, we had a lot of amazing things, beautiful things. Obviously, the kids came from our marriage, and so I don't want to downplay everything. I just know looking back how unhealed I was in a lot of areas that I don't want to function that way anymore in this relationship. So, yeah.
I have a hard question.
Please, come on.
How do you think going through, because it is so awesome that y'all stuck it out and kept doing the work and that you were doing your individual work.
And she did her work too. So
yes.
I want to deny her that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job, Mariah. But y'all are rare. You're a rare story that this works out. So I think that I love hearing stories like this. It's I think gives a lot of people hope.
Thank you.
But what effect do you think this had on your kids?
Oh, yeah, they weren't happy. I think because in all honesty, again, because I knew that I had to get to the root of this, that I was very transparent with all of my kids. They know it's definitely obviously age appropriate, but they know the dirt. They know what I did. And again, some more than others. At one point, I had my oldest daughter run my social media. So I had to tell her some hard things look, you're probably going to see some DMs from people that you don't know. And I had to be straight up. I had to. I had no choice. Like there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
Like I had to give them that.
And hiding is exhausting.
It is exhausting. It is so exhausting for real ever. So so that was hard, but I knew that was the route. And I know, and we started to get back together, and I'm sure they felt a certain type of way. The general consensus that it's weird. It was weird that we're getting back together. And I think and I can understand them feeling a certain type of way because I cheated on her. So me being unfaithful might have left a bad taste in their mouth about men or left a bad taste about relationships. And I admitted that to them. I remember telling them when this all happened, I said, I'm sorry for the added trauma I'm giving to you.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can get through this. And now, the beautiful thing is like now, fast forward 4 years later, they call me for relationship advice. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you have to make repairs with them, and it sounds like you did.
Definitely.
To where they can, you're always teaching your kids.
Always.
Like,
it never ends.
Yeah. And so you've gone through phases of teaching them different things, but I think to take responsibility for your own stuff would you say that's one of the biggest things you've taught your kids?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also through this kind of processing and self-discovery, I've learned that it's so troubling, like as a society, any way you cut the society, as a humanity, as a country, as a male culture, as a Black culture. I mean, however you want to cut it up.
Yeah.
That we spend so much time hiding stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of just being, but it's going to come to the surface eventually. But it's like how you want it to come up.
Yeah.
So I've been learning that being honest and being transparent is the way through because because it's so much work to lie and hide like.
Full-time job.
Yeah, it's a full-time job. Like when you're having multiple phones or code names. I mean, it's planning. It's exhausting and so dumb. So dumb.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes total sense to me that they come to you for relationship advice because you are open and honest. And that's all, like, thinking about my mom, she was always just so honest. And so I just knew that I could say anything and she would tell me an honest answer. So that makes perfect
That's a gift.
sense.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think also helps like obviously, you never stop parenting. But when they come to me, I've been learning to ask more questions rather than give answers. Like I don't like that's another fascinating thing about culture. Like as parents, we're like, we gotta be the authority. We gotta show them who's boss. I'm like, we can do that in a way. So when they come with me with stuff, I don't go, no, you shouldn't have did that. I go, well, how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Okay, was there other decisions you could have made? And I share my experience. Like when I did something like this, this is what came up. So pay attention to that. So,
Yeah.
And I find that's easier for me to parent. And I feel like they're also more giving because if I just pointed at my finger and just told them stuff to do and commanded them, how much would they be willing to share with me?
Yeah.
Or listen.
Yeah. Yeah. So it helps a lot to be that as brutal as it is and painful as it was.
Yeah.
It was necessary.
Your experience.
Yeah, my experience.
But you're teaching them like character, like molding their character by doing that.
Yeah,
I know. I can't imagine how hard that was to like just let yourself be authentic in all your messiness. With your kids who you like want to respect you.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I hope you're really proud of yourself.
Thank you. I'm very grateful. I do. My therapist reminds me to kind of check in and recognize the victories, even how small as they may seem. So I appreciate that.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's really cool.
How long have you been in therapy?
Well, I started on the first time I cheated on my wife. This is 2015.
And you took these steps. I just think that's so dope. A lot of people I don't know. It takes them a while.
Well, I felt like it did. I mean,
but you were like, something's going on.
Yeah. Well, also, I'm older than like at 2015. What's math?
I don't know.
That was 10 years ago. Yeah. So I was almost 40 at that time. So I felt like that's. For me, I was like, man, I'm just now figuring out how to be a human at 40.
Life is long. You're
life
good.
is long,
That's pretty normal.
I guess, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's way later than that.
No, you're right. Because, when I went to onsite, I thought I would be one of the oldest people. But, I mean, there were 70, 80-year-old, there were grandmas that were all trying to heal. And I was like, that's dope. It's never
really
too
cool.
late. Yeah, and they're also 19 and 20-year-olds. I'm like, we're all, You get it when you get it. On-site workshop is it's like I call it mental health rehab, or the group I was in, we jokingly call it Trauma Island. So
It's a local, really nice and expensive place.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Where you can go, and they have different types of intensive work and
Yes.
different types of programs for trauma healing. So.
It's so dope.
You freaking died in that.
I had
you
to.
Were like, you were like,
Again, Amber, I had no choice because I did enough of that, so I had to go
I
head
got
first.
you.
And
yeah.
the on-site is amazing. It was Miles Adcock is the one that he runs it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was a 6-day intensive thing where you're completely shut off from the outside
Yeah,
world.
no phones.
No
You're not
phones, no
allowed
devices
to say
at
what
all.
you do either.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
Ooh.
you can't talk
So
about.
you're just humans in
You're
there.
just humans.
Because there's a lot of celebrities go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so
So
exactly.
they're just pretending they don't know you.
no, I mean, it's they're normal people too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of
But
course.
they're treated. It's meant to break you down and take kind of how you said, like that becomes such a part of your self-worth or who you perceive yourself to be by like what you do. So you're just not allowed to say what you do for work
I got
Yeah.
you.
or anything like that and leave your phones.
Right.
Is everybody in there in that group for the same reason, or is it just
Oh, no. Well, they have a variety of different programs. Like the program I signed up was called Living Centered. So they have like a sex addiction program. They have like abusive parent program. They have
Okay.
a variety of programs, but the one I did was Living Centered. And it was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah?
It was incredible. It was scary because it's funny, like driving there, because it's way out in the sticks. It's like an hour outside of town. Like
Yeah.
you feel like you're being banished from the rest of the world. Like I feel like a leper. I'm like, here I go. All that just I'm being shamed and go to a place where I get flogged. But then you go there and you see all these people with varieties of traumas and things they need to address in their lives, and then you just become instant family. Like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
have
super dope.
clients that have gone that were so like did not want to do group work, like they were not interested in any of that kind of stuff, and they didn't even in their own life like have support around them, and then they have that experience there, and they realize like how important it is.
Right.
And so a lot of times they'll stay connected with people that were there.
Yeah,
at the
I
same
still have a
time.
text thread with
Yeah.
the same people, and that was 4 years ago.
was it hard to leave?
Yes,
Yeah.
that part because you get so connected.
You're like, let's keep doing this good stuff.
Yeah, because like conversely, when I left, I was like, dang, the whole world needs this. Like everybody should be going. Like,
Yeah.
I'm driving, yelling out my window, hey, go to my site. It's for real though. It's amazing. It's such a game changer because I had so much breakthrough. I learned so much about myself, and I got to not only did I get to go through a lot of healing and discovery, I helped other people, like the small group, because there's about 40 people in that program, and so we'll do like a big group thing in the morning, and then you break off into small groups.
Oh,
and that's when you do
cool.
your real work.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby. And so I'm here doing my work in front of complete strangers. Like,
Yeah.
it
But
was.
and they do a lot of experiential stuff too. So
Yeah.
like everyone's helping everybody process
Exactly.
their own stuff.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
actually participate in each other's healing.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It makes me, I feel like I'm going on a roller coaster. That makes me nervous.
So I
It
contract
is.
with them to do intensives with
Oh,
for,
wow.
like artists and musicians.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool place.
It's amazing.
What do you think you're like? I'm sure you learned a lot, but what's one thing where you're like, oh, I learned this when I was there?
I learned so many things. I learned that two things in particular that I need to highlight. One was about I didn't know. I assumed that only certain people were codependent. I didn't realize that we all have varying degrees of codependency.
Yes.
And so I realized my biggest codependency is I need people to need me.
Yeah.
And the problem, that was the biggest problem. That was the real problem. It wasn't like I was addicted to sex or hated my wife. It was just I craved validation so much because I didn't know how to get it for myself.
Whoa.
I didn't believe I deserved it, so I had to go to
Yeah.
other people to kind of tell me, "Yeah, tell me I'm great. Oh yeah, make me feel good," because I can't do that for myself.
And all the tricky ways you go about trying to be needed.
You are preaching right now. For
Dang,
real.
I feel sick.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna have to sit with that one.
yeah, because I knew I was a people pleaser, but I didn't realize that aspect of it.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was,
Wow.
you know how they say that usually you partner or marry the person that reminds you of your opposite sex. If you're in a heterosexual relationship, your opposite sex parent.
Parent, right?
So like, yeah, Mariah is nothing like not nothing like. She's not much like my mom.
Right.
But I did realize that part of my attraction to her was I was trying to use her to fill the void that I didn't of my dad's love for me or what I thought was missing from my dad.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's chill.
Yeah. Right. I know that messed me up. When I was literally doing a neuropsych, I was like, when I wrote that, I was like, what? What was that? What was that? Who did that? Who wrote that? What? Where'd that come from?
That is crazy that it's in you too.
Yeah.
Like you didn't know that you knew that, but
I didn't
you
know
knew
I
that.
Yes, that part. And that's the beauty of neuropsychology because it brings stuff out of you.
Beauty of therapy.
Beauty of therapy. Yeah. Yeah.
You just
was
wrote
crazy.
that down in a journal. And
I
you were
literally
like,
wrote that down. I was
"Holy
just going
shit."
through it and I was like, damn. Yes, literally.
Wow.
I love journal prompts.
Yes.
Do journal prompts.
Mhm.
They're helpful.
They're so dope.
Do you
So
still
dope.
do the neurocycle?
I haven't done one in a while. I did one a few months ago. Interestingly enough, the one I struggled with the most, even though I did all these ones about my relationships with my wife and my family, food is the hardest one.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, same
I had to
about that.
restart it because I couldn't. I'm trying to wrap my brain around. Think, is it because food is an inanimate object that I struggled with it, or it's easy for me to go, well, it's just food. I think I downplayed my relationship with food, and again, I was just trying to rewire how I think about food because, I I'm probably eat the healthiest I ever have, but I'm also a crackhead for cheese, so I'll just eat a bucket of cheese if you let me. And
A bucket.
a bucket.
That's a lot of cheese. Where do you get that? Who's letting you
I have a
walk
lot of
out
them in
with that?
Wisconsin. A lot of them in
Okay.
Wisconsin.
He knows the place.
Exactly. Hey, that's the state. That's the state where it is. Yeah.
What made you what brought you to stop in the thing? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might have been. I think I still have some shame wrapped around that because I was a fat kid when I grew up. I'm talking about me, only me. Like this, talk about traumatizing. When I was a kid, we go buy sizes for boys, for jeans, for pants in general. If you buy sizes for boys, it wasn't a number, it was a name. And it would either say skinny, regular, or husky.
No.
And I was always husky.
Oh.
Right. How
That's
damage
wild.
that's brutal,
For
right?
children.
That is
For
children.
anybody, really.
Yeah. So my whole life, I just had that ingrained in my head. I'm just the fat kid.
Wow, yeah.
And I remember my brothers. I have a great relationship with my brothers, but older brothers be older brothers. So I would get fat shamed by my brothers.
Yeah.
And just all these things in my head. And I was like, oh, I can't. And I would struggle with it. And then until I started like going into the gym, like middle school, things changed because obviously puberty and working out. And I got into sports more.
Yeah.
So I started to thin out, but I still struggle with that chubby kid.
Can I ask you a curious question?
Absolutely.
Just my therapist brain is like,
Please,
I
come on,
wonder-
Melanie. Come on, Melanie. Get this free. I'm getting this free session. Come on.
Well, your messaging of like, I need to be needed. Like, have you gone like a little deeper than that of like, what that gives you, the feeling it gives you?
Yeah, what I've tried to learn to rebrand that is I love to serve people, and so it's not about what I get in return because like I need to be needed.
Is
It's almost
serving
like,
people the behavior that this part that needs to be needed is doing?
right. Well, I guess trying to extract that part where I'm getting something back.
Okay, let me
That's
ask
the
this.
truth. Please get them.
When you feel like someone needs you,
Yeah.
and they've expressed that in some way, what do you feel in your body? Or in your brain? What does it feel like?
It feels like I want to be there for them.
It feels really good.
Feels really
Does
good.
it feel nourishing?
Yes.
Yeah. Is anything similar around when you eat like your favorite food? Feel that same way?
Yes. That's why she's here.
I know.
I'm just curious. That's not always the case to make that connection, but if our relationship with food feels emotional in any way, like
Yeah.
normally we're nourishing something in
100%.
ourselves.
Yeah.
And so I was just curious because of that feeling of like feeling needed, like we'll do things to get needed and we know it feels
Right.
good and can help our how we think about ourselves. But just when you get to the biological, neurological
Yes.
effect we have when we're like, oh, I just got that hit.
Mm-hmm.
That feeling needed.
Yeah.
We can use food to recreate some of that sometimes.
And I literally did. Truly did that as a kid, 100%. And it was
Yeah.
weird. There's an interesting dichotomy going on when I grew up because we lived in the suburbs of San Francisco, and we had a really nice home. My parents drove nice cars, but there would be moments where, if you got inside our house, it would feel different, particularly with food. Like there were a lot. I noticed that whenever financial disaster strike or there was a shift, the food would change. Like we'd be buying more no brand stuff, or there would be government cheese in the refrigerator rather than brand name cheese and stuff like that. So, and I definitely looked at it as a comforter. And I think even in the midst of being shamed by my brothers about being a fat kid, that I would go to food.
Yeah.
And it was soothing. I remember, man, you taking me there, Melanie. I remember there's some days I would just get so emotional and bent up, and I would like just engorge myself with food to try and heal, like just to fix it.
I hear you. Like it feels tied to safety.
Yes.
Because if you're making a connection to like brands of food being like there's a scarcity here of some, it's getting connected to that. Then like why like food represents like safety of like we're doing okay if we've got this really good food.
Right.
It's like a biological thing getting wired of like, we're okay now, we're safe.
We're okay now.
There's no scarcity. And so you see how it can play out in so many different ways? It's fascinating.
Yeah, it is very
but
fascinating.
Curiosity is just how you figure out how it's working for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's why I'm not able to finish the neurocycle, because I haven't been able to truly unlock that and get past that, because it still does that for me. I still get that hit.
And I think that's okay to some extent.
Yeah.
We're supposed to enjoy food.
Yes.
But there's, I don't know, the difference between manufactured joy and just joy, or manufactured happiness, I guess. So
absolutely.
I hear it worded a lot versus just joy for I enjoy this and it feels good.
Yes.
Versus I'm going to try to create some happiness because there is none.
See, Melanie, you're sort of, and now I think about when I was doing those neurocycles, that was the thing. I think I couldn't release the shame, and I couldn't get to that. That's where I wanted to get to, but I couldn't get there. It's okay to eat food there. I can never tell myself that. I was like, I'd be the football coach, like, bro, you gotta get better, man. You gotta take care of your health. But I'll just be all myself as opposed to this is okay.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because I could do that with everything else in my life. That's how I see it. It's okay. When I'm in the gym working out, I'm like, I can do the 8. 8 is okay. Okay. 9 is okay. 10 is okay. And the next set, maybe 8 is still okay. I've learned to love myself and coach myself positively in every other arena but that. That's crazy. Yeah. Wow. Thank you for unlocking that for me.
You're welcome.
Now, I'm just... I'm learning so much, dude. I'm like...
Me too.
Oh my God. And isn't it like when you start healing... You start opening up more shit. You're like, oh, 100%. I got everything on lock. And then the food, you're like, food should be good too.
Yeah. Right.
And then you're like, wait, why is this the hardest one?
Right, exactly. What is crazy to me?
But I guess that is part of the beauty of being human, right? Is if we had no more to learn, we'd just be like, well.
You get pretty boring.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess I'll die now.
Yeah.
Figured everything out.
I want to ask a quick question because I know we're wrapping up, but I just love having you here.
I love being here.
You're amazing. So you're so smart and tapped in and just like a great guest. I truly appreciate you. A lot has happened in your life, and I know you mentioned like your mom passing, and that was really hard.
Yeah.
And your relationship with Mariah, all the hard stuff that's gone in your life. Do you put that into your music? Have you do you use your music to process that stuff at all? Or is it more of like I'm going to escape over here?
That's a great question. I think I do. I think it's kind of a both and thing. Okay. I've used it to escape, definitely, as kind of a therapy. Yeah. Literally use it as musical therapy. Get away. And the beautiful thing about playing drums, I can hit them. So it's like this kind of physical.
Like a movement.
Yeah, it's very visceral. So it's like I can get out when I need to get out. And but I've written songs about them. I mean, I still journal every now and then about them. I still dream about them. So I'm getting a space where I need to create more because I love playing drums and it's great. But I'm got on the piano again. I want to write more songs. I'm relearning guitar.
I just had an idea in my head.
Please tell me.
You need to do a men's drum circle.
Whoa, that'd be sick.
Whoa, okay.
I mean, just go get Home Depot buckets and sticks, and I could totally see you
that would be cool.
Leading and sharing all your wisdom with men.
That would be
through
dope.
that,
that would be
kind of
that would be amazing.
Thing.
Wow,
anyway,
because I know
I just had that thought come up. I was like, you would be so good at that.
That would be dope.
You really would.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, it's kind of not that specifically is happening, but I noticed there's been a shift. Like I have a few drummers text threads. There's like 3 or 4 different threads of a variety of different drummers in town, and I've been learning. I've been kind of seeing that happen. Not necessarily the straight up drum circle, but as I'm learning and growing, because I've been so vocal, I'm sharing stuff with them, and then I see them.
It adds to your healing.
Yeah,
It helps you
100%.
put it in action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And and all so long with my family, I see that with my relationship they've been deepened because of the connection I have with these dudes. And that was another thing, like I learned that from my therapist. Like I was trying to get all these connections with strange women, but he's like, do you have any bros? And that was part of the problem. I wasn't connecting with my dudes, and not for me.
Yeah.
So, and I've learned that, okay, I need to lead into my brothers. I got tons of people. I have so much at my disposal, tons of resources. The drummer for Kelly Clarkson, the drummer for Little Big Town, the drummer for John Party. There's so many people that are here that I can go deep with, and I just had to access them and say, "Hey, dude, let's get coffee." And that's starting to happen. That's like church for me now. It's like having one-on-one coffee with folks, that fellowship, and because it breeds that intimacy that I was craving. Because that was the thing. Yeah. I was craving this.
Yeah.
This is what I was craving, not one night stands or or someone waving to me in the crowd. Like this. I wanted human connection.
It's always something deeper.
You wanted somebody to see you.
I wanted to be seen.
Known.
I wanted to be seen. Yeah.
And it's
a core human need to feel known.
Absolutely.
By others. Witnessed by others. Yeah.
100%.
You bringing up like hanging out with your friends, that is so like, I need that too, but we just forget as adults, like we got a job and we got the partner. But every like high school, middle school, all the way up to being an adult, friends were the most important thing.
Exactly.
And now all of a sudden,
most of the time with.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I don't really have time to hang out. It's like, you gotta make time, bro.
Gotta make time.
Like it's so important.
I don't know if y'all go through this, but there's periods of time where I kind of cocoon a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And then versus when I'm more outgoing, reaching out and connecting. And I just when I'm in the connecting season of life, it feels so much better.
It's juicy.
Right.
Yeah. It's life giving.
It's so good.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. We do need those moments of rest, right?
Oh yeah.
Just stepping back for a minute, but in order to just revitalize ourselves and go back out there, right? So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I would like to know if you're watching like a movie of your life, you're the main character. Okay, you're enjoying it. Yeah. What would you be shouting at yourself right now if you're watching the movie? Like, what would
if I was like viewing me right now,
seeing the screen,
I'd be like, because again, I'm a natural born cheerleader. I would say, you're doing great. Keep going. Basically what I tell my kids whenever I say goodbye is like, keep being awesome. The world needs you. I tell them that a lot. So I would say that to myself. Keep being awesome. The world needs you.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is so good. You have been such a great guest.
Thank you.
I'm just so glad I got to know you more.
Likewise. Yeah.
Like it's so cool when, I've seen you and talked to you in passing, and I think souls like see each other where they're like, you're like,
exactly.
We've seen, we've looked in each other's eyes and been like,
exactly.
That's
the thing. I think that's why I'm such a fan of you, because like not only are you brilliant on the stage, but like I saw that. I think little things went like after the show, the way you hug people and you sincerely thank people. Like I was like, that's real.
It is.
I like her.
Oh.
That's real.
Oh.
And so I think that's.
Thank you, Derrek. Yeah, it's just so I'm so glad we got this time together.
Likewise.
You've been such a great guest, right?
Great.
Tell people where they can find, if you want to.
I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
I mean,
I have a website. It's DerrekCPhillips.com. So it's DerrekCPhillips.com. And then obviously IG is the same tag at DerrekCPhillips.com. And sadly, there's only social medias I participate in. Yeah, but that's it. And then hopefully, you can check out what I do and hopefully like the stuff I do. And
hopefully.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah. I get to play some pretty good music. I'm not going to lie. I got to work with some incredible people and do some cool stuff.
Can we see you live?
That's a great question. When am I playing around town live? I'm playing at Rudy's September 20th.
September 20th.
Yeah, with Shayna Steele, amazing vocalist, and her husband, David Cook. This dude is dope. He's a musical director for Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Benson Boone, Maren Morris. I mean, he's a baller.
Let's go.
Yeah. So he's playing piano, accompanying his wife, and I'm in the band. So I'll be doing that September 20th. Yeah.
You're so cool. I hope you know how cool you are.
Yeah.
You do. Thank you so much, Derrek.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for being here. Really, I love that you that you created this. It's great that there's a space for people to come and like I OD on y'all's podcast. I mean, it's so dope. So dope.
Thank
so
you.
dope.
That means the most. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you for listening to I'm Fine, It's Fine podcast. If you would like to continue to support us, please join us on our new Substack, which you can find at imfineitsfine.substack.com. We would love to connect with you there, and we can't wait to continue to grow this podcast with you. Additional ways you can support the podcast are by following us on Instagram at I'm Fine, It's Fine podcast. And you can follow Amber at Amber Autry Comedy, as well as Melanie at Trauma Therapy Nashville. We look forward to your support.